I'm struggling with is that I'm seeing a complete lack of empathy towards officers in these sorts of scenarios. And I don't mean we should, empathy is in, people need to actually go, what's going through the officer's head at this given point? I mean, it's not the same, but in my experience of dealing with confrontation, when I've been working behind the bar, but there have been one or two instances when there's been big groups of lads, normally larger than me, that are getting drunk and starting to get a bit rowdy, and you've got to sort of say, all right, we need to calm this down. And the first instance I had, we had this new girl on the bar, it was her first shift, and I had to refuse service to one of the guys from the group. And all of a sudden, I just hear this one guy at the back, like, fuck, I'm going to start fucking swinging. And I'm stood behind the bar like, holy shit, what do I do in this? And I just froze up. And I was absolutely terrified because, there was 7 or 8 lads and they were all like 6'2" minimum, all bulky chaps. And if they wanted to, they could have done some serious damage to me. We have CCTV, we have whatever. But in the moment, that doesn't do anything. And, the way the brain works when it's in the panic mode, in the fight or flight thing, we can make complete misdecisions because in the panic mode, we're doing it. I learned from that. And I then realized that you've got to sort of, it's de-escalation again. You've got to prevent it. You've got to go, all right, you're being a bit rowdy now.
Yeah.
If you keep on like this, then maybe I'll have to not. But there was the conflict, and then there was the resolution. And in the moment, I was like, "What am I going to do here? What if one of them swings me? What if that? If I'm a police officer, if I've got the badge on me, and I'm the enemy of all 7 of those guys, and I've got a firearm, and I don't actually know how to fight, and someone's chucking stuff at me, and someone's shouting, and someone's filming it, and they're all goading me, and what does that?" I don't know if you've ever played sport, something's gone wrong and you start feeling flustered, and that's when you start panicking. And imagine you're doing that and you've got a gun in your hand and you're trying to bring a scenario down.
I carried a weapon for 12 years in Northern Ireland. And I say when I carried a weapon, I carried a personal protection. I carried my own pistol for 12 years. And because of the training we got, I was involved, because you'd go out at night. There was a civil war going on, and you carried it for your own protection. But the only time I would ever have thought about pulling that weapon would be if somebody else pulled a weapon on me. Self-defense. I used to go out, I'd have a few drinks and what have you, you'd get a bit of abuse off somebody. Did I ever think of taking the weapon out? No. People have smacked me and I've smacked them back. Never thought of taking the weapon out. That was for one thing and one thing only. But that's what the training instilled in you, respect for the act of drawing a weapon. Because when you draw a weapon, you must be prepared to use it. Because if you think this is going to scare them, and it doesn't, you're in a sticky situation.
Yeah.
You can't put it away again.
No.
That's just as an aside. But I think the American police draw weapons very, very easily. I understand the difficulty is that a lot of people over there carry weapons, and I can understand that entirely. You stop a car, you approach it from a certain angle, you have your hand on your weapon just in case this person shoots at you. I understand, completely different. But in situations that you see on television with peaceful protesters or people breaking windows, I mean, you have to engage with them. There will be a lunatic fringe that you can't engage with, but you've got to engage with them. But just baton charging into them, and I mean, some of whenever the police charged that protest outside the White House, watching the film of that, it reminded me of the police in Northern Ireland in the late 1960s, early 1970s. Completely untrained, didn't know how to deal with civil disturbance, and made the situation worse, mismanaged the situation and made it worse. Then as you get a bit more experience, you realize that you've mismanaged the situation. Doesn't please all the officers, but the people in command know that you're mismanaging this hearts and minds. You've got to win hearts and minds.